Hi, my name is Andrew,
My name is Aarushi.
and this is our Project 3 Gold Points video. Today, we'll be showcasing our Tile World game in addition to the 3 creative mechanics we decided to add to our game.
The first creative mechanic we added was a rock, paper, scissors game. For a primary feature, we added encounters. When the avatar interacts with an enemy labeled E on the tile world, it takes the user to a new interface. For this creative mechanic, we expanded upon this primary feature and added the ability for the user to play a game with the enemy. During the encounter, the user is prompted to press R, P, or S for rock, paper, scissors, respectively. The enemy randomly generates an outcome, and if the user beats the enemy is killed and disappears off the map, and the avatar can advance. Otherwise, the avatar is unable to advance and the enemy remains on the map.
And this leads us to our second game mechanic, Health. As you can see by the heads-up display, the user starts off with a set number of lives. We've currently set it so the user starts off with 10 lives. When the avatar encounters an enemy and loses, the user loses a life. As you can see, when the enemy beats us at rock, paper, scissors, the user loses a life and the HUD updates to display the current number of lives. When the user loses all of their lives, the game is over and the user must start a new game.
Our last creative game mechanic is a key door system. This is the basis of our game. To win the game, you must collect all the keys to unlock the mystery door and escape the map. The mystery door is designated by a golden tile on the map. The HUD displays how many keys we currently have and how many total keys there are on the map. Let's see what happens when we don't have all the keys and try to go through the door. As you can see, the avatar cannot move through the door and the HUD tells us that we don't have all the keys. So how does the user collect keys? Certain enemies are generated to randomly hold a key. We must kill those enemies if we want to get those keys. Let's try to kill some enemies by playing them in a game of rock, paper, scissors until we get a key.
It looks like the enemy we just killed held a key. Once we kill an enemy with a key, we return to our map and we see that the heads-up display tells us that we now have 1 key out of the 2 total keys that we need to find in the map. Now we need to find the other enemy that holds the key, which can prove quite difficult given that we only have a set number of lives and can only lose a certain number of times to enemies. And this is where the challenge of the game begins. So let's go ahead and try to get the second key. Alright, we finally got the second key, so now we have 2 keys. Let's try to go back to the golden door and see if we can step through. When we are next to the door when we have both keys, the heads-up display tells us that we have unlocked the door and we can escape. When the avatar steps through the door, the user wins the game. And that's pretty much our game. It can be a little difficult to win at times, but nonetheless provides a fun challenge, I hope. Thanks for listening.